Bumper sticker on her car that said, "Warning, former fetus on board." So I thought to myself, is it still considered abortion if I run this bitch off the road? So I'm thinking about it. I just wanted to tell that joke. Like, that was one I didn't tell earlier. And then I don't even have another one ready. So we're just gonna get up the next guy. Huh? Oh, okay, maybe I'll tell one more joke. Okay, so like, you know, I did just lose a lot of weight, but like, I had gained so much so fast. I was 400 pounds a couple years ago. Like, that shit, you can't blame me for it. You can't blame me though, because sometimes I would just have a really bad set, and I would go home and I'm like, "Someone give me a large pizza and a big bottle of whiskey just for me." And then sometimes I'd have a really good set, and I'd go home and I'm like, "Someone give me a large pizza and a big bottle of whiskey just for me." Yeah. And then sometimes it would be like Tuesday and there was nothing going on. I'd be like, "Someone give me a large pizza and a big bottle of whiskey just for me. It's Tuesday. Gonna fill up my day somehow." Maybe. Isn't there another fat joke? I'm sure I have another fat joke. No, I don't know. I used to call Mount McFarland. My last name is McFarland, if you don't know. And I lived on a three-story duplex. And on the second floor was where all the food was. And I lived on the third floor. And so I would travel down Mount McFarland really high as hell and make myself something just insane. Just insane. You get really creative when you're really baked. You just make chocolate and hot dog sandwiches. And you have to make your way back up four flights of stairs after that. Or you just pass out on the couch with chocolate and hot dog all over your face and you regret everything about your life. Which is normally how I ended all of my nights there. So that was nice. Okay, I'm not even gonna prepare, there was nothing, I wasn't ready to do any more comedy. This guy is a very funny dude and he's one of my good friends, so please put your hands together for the Wandering Stoner.
What's good, Shark Club? How's the real Weekend Warriors doing tonight? Alright, I'd like to give you guys my real name because you're cool, but I'm kind of paranoid. I apologize, I'm working on it. I wanted to do a couple of quick one-liners, like my roofie joke, I just can't remember it. What's a cokehead's favorite improv game? Whose line is it anyway? How can you tell when a tweaker's ran out of meth? They fall fucking asleep for days. You poke them with a stick just to make sure they're not dead. I'd like to tell you guys my acid joke, but that giraffe over there will not quit talking shit.
You tell him.
Right? Just because they got a view. It's just like every tall person. I don't even like wearing hats because of tall people. Every time I've ever been in an argument with a tall person, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, is that right? Go for it." Man, I know I'm short. I go into hiding on St. Patty's Day. All it takes is one drunk motherfucker to think I'm a real-life leprechaun, and I wake up in a van the next day with a knife to my throat here and, "Where's the gold, you weed fuck?" I apologize. I'm very passive-aggressive. I don't even like to hit my punchlines. The only thing I do like to hit is my weed pipe. I used to call it the Incredible Hulk, but I cleaned it, so now it's Bruce Banner. I got a new dealer. He's in my phone under Instagram. You know, I've been a stoner for quite a while now, and I've come to the conclusion there are only 3 types of pot dealers. You got the in and out guy. Dude's gone in a flash, so's your cash, and you're checking your pockets to make sure it wasn't just a mugging. You can tell the difference when there's a bag of weed in one of them. It's good shit if it zips up, though. Then you got the second one. I like to call him the hangout guy. Last time I saw the hangout guy, he's like, what's good? How's life? How's work? How's your kids? I don't have any of those. If you couldn't tell, I'm kind of a kid myself. He's like, right, it's been too long, bro, like last week. Then you got the third one. You never run into the third one right away, but you do after a little while. I will assure you of that. I like to call this one the jealous ex. As soon as you hit them up, they're like, where you been? Who you been talking to? Have you been cheating on me? Guess what? Retail, no more homie discount. And whenever I deal with them, I'm like, you thought this was special? That's cute. It was convenient. I lied. I didn't love every bud. I liked the price. It was nice. I had a drug dog growing up. Not that the drug or the dog was made of drugs. That'd be pretty cool. But no, like when we got her, one of my siblings had just gotten out of rehab, and the dog's name was Tina, but Tina was not her original name. See, one of my siblings gotten out of rehab, and as a nice gesture, my mom let them name the family pet, and Tina's original name was Teener. And if you know what that is, you got a bad habit, and I need to see how bad, because I care. You know, it was even funnier when I told it to one of my drug dealer buddies. He was like, that's funny, Tina? I was like, why? He was like, that's a name for meth. You're shitting me. Nah. He Googled it. It wasn't the second, it wasn't the third, or the fourth. It was #1 in slang. And wow. I did not know this microphone could do that. I used to be really bad at messing with people. Like, I get bored, I have ADD, and if I don't have something shiny to distract me, I might just find ways to mess with my coworkers. And, you know, like, I made a mess. I fucked up at my first bar. I fucked with the cook. And he was the first guy I saw when I went in to work high. As soon as I got in there, he pulled out a knife, pointed it right at my face, and he was like, don't you do it today. Don't you do it, Pat. Ah, shit, I gave away my real name. Alright, you guys are cool. I'm not that paranoid anymore. Maybe a smidgen. Happy birthday. That's awesome. My only birthday advice is if you remember it, you didn't do it right. That's awesome. Jerseys! Happy birthday! That is awesome! You just turned? You're not gonna like suck blood or anything, are you? How did you turn? Oh wait, you sorry, But happy birthday, have a blast.
I'm going to tomorrow wear the tonight, but I'm kind of weird.
I'm kind of high. It's cool. I got you. I feel you. I can't tell you that. I'm way too paranoid. I'm on stage, please. There's behind the scenes stuff, I swear. I'm trying to work on a CD. I was thinking about calling it the Emerald Hemp Night. Most nights I'm wearing a lot of Green Lantern gear. And I was thinking if I ever got pulled over and I was all lanterned out, I am apologizing in advance. This is some super nerdy shit material right here. But, you know, if I ever got pulled over and I was all lanterned out, I'd be like, officer, I need you to chill out. How big's your jurisdiction? A city, county, state? I got a space sector. Outrank you, back off. What are you doing with those handcuffs? Oh, you are lucky I didn't charge my ring today. They search my car, find my weed. No! Since I was gonna charge my ring, you can call me the Emerald Hemp Knight. I apologize. I get a little more of a pause in between punchlines when I tell this to my normal crowd. I did learn a very valuable lesson when I went to Colorado. You don't have to smoke weed to get cottonmouth. Eating it will do the trick. And if you get cottonmouth and it's real bad, for the love of God, don't try treating it with a drinkable. It's gonna make it worse, man. Oh my God, I felt like Jim Carrey from Me, Myself, and Irene. I was so paranoid, I was thinking, oh my God, if the cops pull me over, they're gonna know, because the first thing I'm gonna say, they're gonna be like, license and registration. You're so thirsty. And you know, it was an awesome experience the last time I went to Colorado. You know, I went to a dispensary, first stop and last stop, my favorite stops. But you know, it blew my mind because I had something I never had before. I had options and labels. That was weird. It's always in a clear bag. Well, no. Sometimes I get Batman sandwich baggies. Those are pretty cool. I forgot my material. I'm blaming my dealer. I have backup jokes. Oh, Die Hard. Viagra came out with a new brand. They're calling it Die Hard. Leave your widow with a smile, because yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. The last time I did try going to Colorado, though, Bambi committed suicide on my car. Like, it was weird. Like, I thought I hit 2 deer last year, or this year. I hit 2 deer this year. Or maybe it was the first one coming back. Maybe it had a vendetta. I mean, it would explain a lot. Right before I hit it, it turned its head and it winked at me. And when I went back to check on the carcass, it had a kamikaze headband on. I wasn't even mad. If only he knew how talented he was. He doesn't even have thumbs, man. How did a deer do that? But, you know, like, one of my coworkers gave me a little bit of crap about that, you know. It's like, quit deer hunting with the car, man. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not one of those guys that goes and use a gun when he goes hunting. I use my car. It tenderizes the meat. Some good jerky. Oh, man. Well, I feel like I'm drawing a blank. Oh, yeah. Smoke bombs. I wanted to bring some smoke bombs in case, like, the cop showed up, you know, I'd disappear like a ninja. But I smoked them, they were bomb. Oh, man. What's some good stoner terms, like, dragon? Dragon. Mustache. Mustache. Guess where mustache is? And there's some stoner games I like to play, like, what's it called? Hide it in plain sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also Marco Polo. The reason you play it is because if you forget who it goes to in rotation, you say Marco. Whoever says Polo the first is clearly the most sober and they need that next rip. Oh, ah, shit. You got me, bro. I swear to drunk, I'm not good. It's like getting 2 stones with 1 bird. Oh man. What is it? I was working on quick finishers. This is my quick finisher. Get over here! Not really. It's cool. It's cool. Look at Ben standing there like the Dark Knight, ready to attack the mic. I feel like I have to battle you just because of the Superman shirt. But it's cool. Like, we're gonna just make up that our mom's names are Martha and, like, coffee. Martha! I know your name! How do you know that name? I know your name! Oh, man. I felt like I had a super hardcore... Actually, you know, like, I had a really weird moment when I went to go see a buddy of mine that was like a karaoke DJ. It was so weird. Like, as soon as I pull up, I see a Jeep with NE rules on the plates. And I see a guy in the driver's seat just projectile vomit out both sides. And I'm like, yeah. I'm glad that guy stays in state. I'm really glad the Huskers have been winning. I found out an alarming statistic about the Huskers. And I've been a fan, you know, I'm not a big fan of football. I really don't care about it, but I will watch the Huskers. But I found out an alarming statistic speaking to... Never mind, I'm just going to do my other joke. Alright, so a lot of people like to say the stoners are kind of slow, man, that we're a little immature. And whenever I hear that, I can't help but have this one come back ready and wait. Now, bear with me, I am a smoker, I need to catch my breath. Jack and Jill went up the hill to smoke some marijuana. Jack got high and zipped his fly. Said, do you want it? Jill said yes and dropped her dress. Then they had some fun. Wasted Jill, I forgot the pill. Then they had a son. And I get done telling this to my buddy Jim, and he's like, so Jack and Jill got hitched, right? And I'm like, yeah, the fuck else was Jill gonna get child support out of Jack's ass? For Jack was nimble and Jack was quick, but Jill was ready for Jack's bullshit. And he said stoners was slow. You guys ever notice there was a lot of J's in there? Man, I wish I had a J right now. Where am I? Who are you people?
Pat Larson, everyone. No, come on, come on.